from meat, smoke, fire here, a minute late. Whew. Went to look for something, couldn't find it, so we're going to go without it. Anyway, just one of those things. Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. We certainly did. Got to go down and see our nieces and nephews in London, and then we had family over after Christmas, and then friends for New Year, and a certain person's or certain couples' 30th anniversary. So yeah, Helen and I have been together 30 years. Wow. Anyway, she's giggling. I'll turn it round. She's on the camera today.
Morning.
In a coat with a
still got my bit of tape on it.
Anyway, Helena's here videoing. Mama's not here. Mama's at home. It's too cold. And Andrea
is pampering.
Is being pampered today. I mean, who books a haircut on a Saturday? I mean, come on. Anyway, so just the two of us today, and we're going to cook you 3 dishes. One of them. Look at the smoke going on. Should have put here's a lesson for you all. The extra large should have put the plate setter in a little bit earlier, or the convector in a little bit earlier, because it's a little bit greasy, so it's now smoking like a champion. Anyway, just one of those things. The one in the corner is also smoking because we've already got a cook going. In fact, we've already got a cook going here as well. But slowly. I've only just put these on. They should have gone in a bit earlier. So this, you won't see the finished article, but you'll get to see it. In here we have some aubergine, some courgette, which I cut. When I cut courgette, to get these random chunks, as I cut it, I then roll it a bit and cut across. It's difficult to show, but to explain. But you end up with all these random chunks, which then are nice because you get gnarly bits and so on. But what we're going to do is fry off this. We've got some fennel in here. Now that's optional. I know a lot of people don't like fennel, but we've got some fennel bits in here. We've got red and yellow peppers in here, and these are going to make up a lovely warming winter ratatouille. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this up a tiny bit just to speed it up. It should be 180. We'll go a little bit hotter. See if I burn it, but we'll get that going. So this is going to be a lovely ratatouille. Now you could do a lovely fancy one where you get your courgettes and you chop them up nice and thin, and then you get your tomatoes and you chop them up nice and thin, and you get your aubergines and you chop them up nice and thin, and then you put them right around this beautiful spiral. But who's got time for that? So, you know, rustic is the way to go. It will taste better like this. It'll have gnarly edges. It's just going to be the best. So yeah, if you want a poncy one, I'm sure there are plenty out there, but this is going to be a rustic ratatouille, and how we love it. And hasn't got a lot, but it's going to have later on some fennel tops, because that's what Helena's dad used to do. So there you go. Right, that's our ratatouille. Over here is the smoke. We are going to do, let's do it. Let's get it ready. Now let's do the potatoes.
What are you doing?
Where are you going? You're going to go here.
Yeah.
So this, 180, 200 degrees, we are going to do some mini roasties. So we already have some part-boiled potatoes, Maris Pipers. They're little, we've chopped them into little chunks.
Because they're not our regular roast potatoes.
No, these aren't our regular ones. Because what we're going to do is add chili flakes and lime segments to them. Now these go a bit gnarly, and the juice sort of refreshes them a bit. And they're stunning. You're going to have to excuse the smoke. It's just a little bit...
It's alright, that's not in shot at the minute.
Huh? Yeah, well, you're going to have to excuse it anyway. I'm just going to get the oil, so stay there.
Okay. So this is how not to do it.
Yeah. What we should say...
Well, are you going to tell them what
happened? So this morning, you might have seen on the pre-show thing, we knew it was cold. The roof's still shut because all the frost was on the underneath, and as it's melted and the roof was open, it just dripped everywhere. So I shut the roof again. But yeah, these 2 eggs were frozen shut. So the key, when you come to an egg and you can't open it, don't force it. All you're going to do is rip the gasket off. It's going to cost you 40 odd quid to replace it, a couple of hours of your time to do it. It's a pain in the backside. The easiest way is just to get your fire lighters, put them through the bottom door, open the top fully, and light them in the bottom door. So just inside here. So pop them in, light it up, and what you'll see is the heat goes up. Now the extra large this morning, now it's getting warm, the extra large this morning, when I tapped it like that, it jumped on the thermometer. When I put those in the extra large, it actually lit the charcoal that was already in there. So I came out and this was up at 350 degrees in under 30 minutes. That one took three lots of fire starters to get going, but now it's going nicely. And then I had to relight it from the top. It didn't self-light, but it was warm enough to defrost all of the ice. So don't force your egg open. If you know it's been frosty, go and check your egg, and if it has, then you can check it early, like I did, 9:30 this morning. You can defrost it in plenty of time. Right, our roasties. So I have in the smoke here. Sorry, it'll go away. Can you see on the plate setter down here, on the convector down here, I've got fat just coming out of it from an old cook.
is just going to be apoplectic.
Yeah, well, you know, that's why you should use drip pans, if that's, you know, but I never do. I just let it drip on there and so on. So I've got, we've got in here one of the Solid Technics bigger pans. It's got a bit of oil in because I've just switched pans, so I'm just going to put a tiny bit more in. And then we're going to go in with our potatoes. Look at that, perfect size for these. Using the XL for something that's that size. I'm just grabbing it.
Okay. So morning everyone that's joined us.
Yeah, I'll ask who's on in a minute. I just want to get stuff going. But what we're going to do with these is just give them a zhuzh around. These, because they're nice and fluffy on the edges, have already soaked up that oil. So just give them a zhuzh over the top with the oil. Be generous. These are going to be so crispy and tasty. Just be generous. This is olive oil. You could do it with goose fat if you've got any left over from Christmas or that sort of thing. You could do it with beef tallow if you wanted, or beef dripping. Who's got time for that? Anyway, right. So we're going to do that. We're going to put some chili flakes over the top of them. Don't go too wild.
Is that all?
Yeah.
That's quite plain for you.
Yeah. Well, Mama's not here, so.
She's on though.
Oh,
she's got your
morning,
number.
Mama. And we're going to put our limes in there. You can see my fat is now catching fire back there, so we're going to have to be really careful. This is going to be smoky, but you get the idea. And then those, you can just leave to smoke away. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And they're going to be the most epic potatoes, but with chili and lime.
It's a long time since we've done them, actually.
Yeah, we did these. We've got this lovely cast iron pot that my mum gave me or left me. And we did them in there the first time, and they were like, oh my God, why have we not tried this before? So those are going to be epic. Ignore the smoke. Right, let's go back to our... Well, while I'm stirring, why don't you tell me...
Who's on?
Yeah. Who's on?
So we've got Ryan, we've got Jason Farmer.
Morning, Jason. We met just before Christmas in Sainsbury's.
No, Tesco's.
No? Oh yeah, it was Tesco's. I normally meet him in Sainsbury's.
Yeah.
I think was it Jason in lockdown who walked up, looked in my shopping basket. This was after one of the first cooks, and said, "So what are we cooking this week then?" Looking into my shopping basket. I had no idea who he was, anything, but it was just random to be recognised in Sainsbury's. Anyway.
Don't let that
if it wasn't,
status go to your head.
If it wasn't Jason, I have no idea who it was.
Okay, so we've got Alex.
Morning, Alex.
Who I think is in Germany, and Jason has said yes, it was.
It was. There you go.
Alistair.
This was in lockdown when we couldn't even get near each other, and he's in my trolley.
Mark C.
Morning, Mark.
Sheffield Yeoman. Dave Bergin.
Wow.
Ed was here. Ian Topman, who I'm sure came on the class, did a class with us.
Excuse me.
Wallace, Gary Wallace. Mark from Smoke Fine Food.
Morning, Mark. Well done. Mark has just won an award for his website, so follow Mark. I think. Well, tell us what it was. Put it in the comments, Mark. From Lux magazine. I remember that.
Mickey, who's also been on, joined us for a day's cooking. Taylor, Mama. Oh, sorry, I have to be careful. I always do this bit. Oh no, hang on.
You haven't cut us off, have you?
No.
Oh.
Steve, Ben Bagley, Hampshire Barbecue.
Morning,
Jeanette,
Ben. Thank you for the order this week, Ben.
He said thank you very much for the great service.
That's all right. Anytime.
Franco.
Morning,
me,
Franco.
Claire,
Where is
Stan.
Franco? Is Franco actually home now, or is he?
No, isn't he somewhere like? I want to thinking mould it.
I want to say it's in St Lucia.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. You can go and burgle his house now. I'm sure his kids are there.
Sue Newton.
Wow, quite
Mark
a few.
Sparky, Nigel, Nick, Andy, Happy Hooker Barbecue.
Wowzers, they're all on.
Smoking Barbecue Bad Boy.
Right, should we just concentrate on trying to do some cooking?
Okay, yes, and it takes the pressure off me then having to...
Oh no, as she cuts off.
I'm fine. Oh.
I'll tell you what, while you mess with that, you can talk them, so I needed a bowl.
Oh, do you? Okay, I'm just trying to scroll without it.
No, scroll.
Just get back to the bottom.
Say to everyone what's going on.
Okay, so today we are doing three cooks. We are doing a ratatouille, which is in this egg. We are doing
some chilli and lime
roasted
roasties
potatoes
with a bit of smoke, because somebody's got a very dirty convector.
Yeah.
So they're going to taste a little bit smoky, but they will be lush. Now, if they soak up all the oil, can you see it's nearly all soaked up? Then I'm going to add a little bit more, because you want them to fry a little bit. These are luxurious.
This keto diet's going really well.
Oh yeah. But we were going to do keto, but...
Right, and then we haven't even looked at this one, have we yet?
So this is our flat chicken, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So before I show it to you, I'm going to show you how to do it. Right. So
morning, Susan, who did a class with us. I think she's in Scotland.
Wow. Here we've got
Paul Johnston, Sam Towler.
Morning, Paul. Morning, Sam. I think I said I drove past Sam.
I watched it again yesterday.
Oh.
Paul, because I was trying to write up
Write
the
it up. We're a bit behind. Well, we're not now, are we? I've got to proofread them.
Yes.
Right. Chicken.
Oh, it's a chicken.
So we're going to do it, but rather than do a normal spatchcock and then leave it and flip it, why not use the flat basket on the rotisserie?
Dun, dun,
So
dun.
normally use... Oh, this one's got a few extra spider's webs on it for taste. It's only us. So yeah, I'm actually using the big green egg basket over there. This is one I had before Big Green Egg brought those out, but the big green egg one is cracking and we sell those. So, but we're going to use this. We're using the big green egg one over there. But rather than do a spatchcock chicken when we've got to flip it, we're going to put it in there and let it do its tumbling and self-basting and all of those. So I have my chicken here. So I'm flipping it over, and I've just got a pair of kitchen shears. So they've got this little cutout here. If you've been on a class, you'll have done this. Easiest way, put your thumbs where the joints are and just pull it up, and you'll hear the joints do their thing. Some people don't like that noise. Right. So apologies if you didn't like that noise. But then you can go straight through, and you might need two hands. You can just go straight down the backbone. You can do the other side as well. Take the backbone out, and as I say in every class, it's great for stock. We're going to flip it over. We're going to flatten it out. And then we're going to put some oil and stuff on it. Now I'm going to wash my hands. I've got a hot bowl of hot water out here because my sink's frozen up as well. Jeez.
Now tell me that water's still nice and warm.
The hot water is still lovely and warm.
Nice, because my hands are freezing.
Oh. Should have put gloves on.
I have got gloves on.
Oh yeah.
But they're fingerless.
Fingerless.
Can you just pass me my coffee? I'll just have a quick slurp.
Oh man.
Thanks.
There you go.
Thank you.
Right, so this chicken now, I'm going to try and do this, put some oil on. Now, I'll put oil on both sides, but the plate already has a load of oil on it. So with a clean hand, I can, which one I'm going to keep? I'll keep my right hand clean. I'm going to put some salt, a little bit of pepper. We like our black pepper, so get it nice and salty and peppery. Flip it over with your dirty hand. Salt, pepper, lovely. Get those out of the way, and then what we can do is take our flat basket. Now I can use both hands, load our chicken in there. Now if you don't want the legs to flap around because they're slightly less big than the breast, what I've done with the other one is just pulled them out the end slightly. Doesn't matter on this one, they're not going through quite as easy. This one's slightly bigger, this chicken, but it'll be fine.
Okay.
So put it in there, get your basket, and the easiest way to do it is put one end slightly down, so it's going to sit like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
And then squeeze it and pull the other end.
Whoa.
Squeeze it and pull the other end down. Okay. So now it's sort of nicely held in there. Now, what I have forgotten to do, and you need to do, is put your thermometer in it. So, I'm using the brand new meter block, it's the XL version. Oh, hang on. I need to wash my hands again. Sorry. Can't get the probe. The only difference between these and the older version is they'll go up to 550 degrees C, so you're never going to break them.
More sensors in it.
Yeah, and it's got 5 sensors in here, which is pretty cool. So straight into the breast, because that's the thickest part of your meat. Now you can put the top back on. So we're going to go on down here to number 2, squeeze it.
So we've got the B team on the camera today.
Yeah. And now you should be able to just rotisserie that. So that is going to be great. So we'll do that one afterwards. But let's show you what we've got going on.
Oh.
Well, in fact, let's go back to the ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Right.
Which way are you going?
I'm going to go. So all of this. Nicely fried up, some gnarly edges, just starting to soften up. Perfect. So what I want to do, I'm going to stay where you are.
I am.
Get my gloves on, and we're going to tip all of that out. Now this is where it could all go wrong for me. You want to step back a tiny bit.
Does it help?
No. So we're going to take this off, because then we're going to fry some of the other bits. So you can see we've got some gnarly bits stuck on. Yeah, it's alright, I'm using my belly for that. Got plenty of Christmas belly to hold it up. Hence the thought about doing keto lasted about 3 minutes. Thought, no, I can't not have potatoes and rice and noodles and all the things we love.
Just reduce the amount we eat.
Yeah. So we're trying to be a little bit healthier. Right, it's going to go some red onions. And you'll see with these, I've just quartered them.
Like little wedges.
Yeah. So they can go in, they'll break up a bit. I'm just going to get that oil from over here.
You also need to put the
Garlic,
yeah,
other bits in. So we're going to throw in some, right, here we go. We're going to put some fresh basil on top, which I have got out.
yeah.
But we've got, use the stalks, so chop up the stalks, just like we would do with coriander in a curry, we're going to use the stalks. We've got some oregano, because that goes great with potatoes. We've got loads of garlic, so 4 cloves of garlic, all chopped up.
Or I think you mean oregano goes great
Well,
with tomato. Whole chicken removed from the heat.
Yeah.
I wonder what all these things is
Yeah.
all done to put them.
You'd have to put up with the things. I will sort that out in a second.
That's okay.
But let these fry off. These are going to fry down. So you're just trying to soften these. And then we're going to add everything back in. But we're going to get that garlic cooked a little. These onions starting to break down a bit. It's going to be lush. Meanwhile, I'll go and grab our chicken in a second. But we're going to get our tomatoes. We've got any tomatoes you've got lying around. Nice ripe ones in the summer. These are just straight out of the freezer, out of the fridge. Just chop them into chunks. And we're going to get those in there as well in a second. A few fresh tomatoes, bit of texture. Don't bother taking the skins off or any of that rubbish, chefy stuff. Some little baby tomatoes, we'll have those. Chop them in half. But whatever you've got going on in your fridge at the time. So they're all done. So then I'm just going to give it a stir. Oh, it smells amazing already. Oregano. Onions are starting to break up, which is what we're after. I like them a little bit raw when they go in because they're going to cook down. So then we'll go in with our tomatoes. And these will fry off a little bit, steam everything else. Add a little bit of water in there. We're going to add some tinned tomatoes in there in a second, but for now, that's perfect. I'm going to turn this down a little because I had it turned up.
So what did you start that at?
So this was started about 180, 200 because we want to fry it.
Okay.
Right, let's have a look at this chicken that's ready. So, I don't know which side you want to go. We're saying it's ready. We're saying it's at. Help. Whole chicken is at 76. It's gone over a little bit, but let's have a little look. So this has just been spinning and roasting. It's in the big green egg basket. Nice. It is looking perfect. I'll get my thermopen. Because you should always check, even if you're using the meter, look at the lovely crispiness. 73, 74, 72, 73. It will continue to rise, so that's absolutely perfect.
I think we forgot the foil.
I know, I have foil here.
Oh, we have foil in the drawer.
Yes, I have foil in my barbecue cupboard.
Oh, excellent. Don't look at the state of that barbecue.
It will be a lot cleaner come class time. I'm just going to take the whole thing out and pop it on the foil. And I can wrap the whole thing. I'm not going to bother undoing it and let that sit. Now that you please let it sit for like 15 minutes. Don't wrap it too tightly because the skin will go less crispy. But you can see that is absolutely crispiness on here. It's basted all over. It's going to be stunning. So we'll take some photos of that for you later. May as well put the other one on. What do you think?
Yeah, could do.
Well, I can have it for sandwiches and
yeah.
bits and bobs. So we'll get this in, or we can chuck it into something else. We'll make up another dish that's with cooked chicken. So that can go on.
Okay, suggestions
that can spin
from the audience.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
What would you put? What would you use?
Back over
for?
here.
Right, I'm back. I'm coming.
Right. So these are now softened up nicely. Our onions are starting to soften up, which is what we want. So we can go back in with all that veg. Now, if you like it really tomatoey, put lots of tinned tomatoes in. If you don't like it really tomatoey,
or you've only got one.
Or you've only got one tin of tomatoes, we've always got tons of tomatoes. Just put one tin of tomatoes in there. Schoolboy error, but you know.
I think you could put some water in it.
Yeah, that's going to be fine. That's all going to melt down together. That is actually not too bad. Yeah. Look at that. Oh. That looks epic. So that's our tomatoes. So we're going to put some balsamic vinegar in it to give it that acidity that we not like. You know, you've got sweetness from the tomatoes. So just, sorry Franco, this isn't a super mega balsamic. Well, it's moderner, but it's not very thick and gloopy. Relatively cheap. Oh, it smells great though, so get all of that in there. And then you're going to leave this to cook down. Now, you don't want it cooking down on a direct heat. You want to go indirect. So at the moment we've got it direct. What I'm going to do is just move a couple of things. Let's try the other side. Move a couple of things out of the way slightly. I just want to put this pan somewhere safe. I will get a trivet. 1 second.
Actually, I have to say the colours on this look amazing.
Yeah. You can put it. You could put it straight down onto the top of a glaze or a big for space, or anything stainless steel. So if you had a, I don't know, the modular nest, for example. But anything else, don't put a pan straight down on it. I'm not doing it on the glaze. I just try and look after them. You know, these units are relatively expensive. We are putting one in for a customer week after next, which will be great. So I'm going to put the plates that are in there, convector in there now. Now what you should see, this was up at 180, 200 degrees. The best way to cool, I need to put my food back in obviously. The best way to cool down an egg, shut down the vents a little bit and put something cold in there. So if your egg is absolutely raging, that's the best way to cool it down. So a big bowl of water, pop it in your egg. If your egg's got too hot, you've walked away, it's got too hot for you, don't keep opening the lid and letting air in there. All you're going to do is get it hotter and hotter. Just put a big bowl or big pan of cold water in there for a few minutes, it will pull the heat out of the egg. But shut the vents down a little bit, you don't want it to get too hot. Now we want to roast this or let this boil away. It's going to take about 35-40 minutes. So you're not going to see the end result now, but we will put it up on.
Yeah.
Insta. But you can see roughly what it looks like. What we're going to add to it at the end, some lemon zest. So get your zester, if you've got one of these, or a grater, but you only want that yellow stuff off the outside. You don't want all the pith.
Half a lemon.
I'm going for a lemon.
Okay.
Just because I've got it in my hand.
Perfect.
And then just chop those up a little bit. And then that can go straight. I'm going to put it in now.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm going to go controversial, just so people can see. So get your lemon over the top, just to give it that bit more acidity. And then right at the end, that is looking lush already, to be fair. Right at the end, we're going to put some basil leaves over the top of it. So if you bought a pack of basil like we did, we took them off the stalk, chopped the stalk, put that in, and then you can use the leaves.
Don't forget my fennel. That could
And
go
our
in.
little fennel top.
You could chop it up and then it can go in.
Do the stalk as well, because that all tastes amazing. But you can see all that's going in. Bit of salt and pepper to taste. Right, so we've got our chicken. Let's have a look at our potatoes.
Okay.
What time are we at? Wow, a bit early today. But that's no great shakes. So our potatoes, can you see they're starting to go crispy on the outside, and because they're so little they will cook relatively quickly. So these are like a 45 minute potato.
Yeah, so we did parboil them, didn't we?
Yes,
For
they were
about
part
10
boiled
minutes.
for about 10 minutes. Then you want to put them into a colander, not a sieve. Had to tell off Mrs. Meat Smoke Fire this morning. She always does it. Put stuff into a sieve. Put them into a colander, because then you can shake them and get all the gnarly edges.
Right. I always think of the washing up.
Yeah, it's so easier to wash up a colander than it is a sieve.
No, it's not.
Anyway.
How would you know?
Anyway,
I'm
so
an expert
these,
washer upper.
look at, well, we haven't got our A grade washing up team, but look, they're already getting gnarly on the edges. Our plate setter stopped smoking, or our convector stopped smoking. These are going to taste amazing. We're going to have a lovely lunch of ratatouille, which the chicken obviously will take it in and rest it a bit more. We'll have the chicken, we'll have the ratatouille, and the potatoes. Perfect. So that is our first cook of the year. We'll put all of the finished articles up later. What do we have to say? What do people need to say? Is there any?
We've had lots of wishes of Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. Got my my big green egg hat on, my big green egg top on. Yeah, we're even getting big green egg charcoal coming in this week. Which?
Oh, we could.
Oh yeah. When's his birthday?
Tomorrow.
Happy birthday to my brother. We call him Chubby. I think I've told you this before. But yeah, it's his birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday, Chris. Things I need to tell you. There will be no live cook now until the end of the month, and we're going to publish all of this year's live cooks dates in the next couple of days. They'll go on the live cook page. They'll go on to Big Green Egg's website, so you'll be able to find them on their events page on there. They're always on there. So that's great. If you want Big for Space or any of those things, people are buying. It's the weirdest year. Well, not the weirdest year. It's great. We sold several eggs between Christmas and New Year. I don't think we've ever sold anything between Christmas and New Year, so that was good. What else do we need to tell people? Yeah. But yeah, next cook, end of the month, and then it will be pretty much every other week. Classes, there are about 3 or 4 places left, something like that. Is it a bit more than that? What are you laughing at?
Mum,
Oh.
believe me, a colander is easy. Oh. Mum, you're supposed to be on my side. Mum has said
Yes.
colander is easier than a sieve to wash
Exactly. So, yeah, and we'll be posting some more videos, some more stuff on the website. You should have seen.
We are going to do a day's cookery course.
Oh yes, we're going down to Charlie Oven. We've paid. It's not like a freebie or anything. We paid full price. We're going down to do a bread making course at the end of January, which I think we'll have done by the time we do the live cook, won't we? I think it's the day before.
Yeah.
So we're going down to do a bread making course in the Charlie. So maybe we'll bring some bread stuff back and do that. But we're doing it with Jay, who we met at the Big Green Egg, or I met at the Big Green Egg dealer event last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
So even though my husband isn't going to be around for a week, because he's going to be going off enjoying himself
Skiing.
in.
Hopefully I'll come back in one piece.
Is it Obergurgle?
Obergurgle.
I should be here, so
Yes. So yeah, don't worry. Things still carry on. Rotisseries will still fly out the door like they are doing. Halls, all of those things. Let's have one last look at all the 3 cooks.
Okay.
So, our lovely roasted, sautéed, whatever you want to call them.
Chili lime.
Chili and lime. So the limes, that the juices are now coming out. They've gone all soft and the juice is coming out. So that'll be going all over those potatoes. The chili's all over them, so you can add more to them if you want. A little sprinkle of salt maybe. Our egg is too hot. When you're using a rotisserie, air will escape through the sides. So make sure your top vent is a little bit more shut than you'd normally have it, and your bottom vent as well. So this was the one we just put in there. It's in the only fire basket, I'll give you that. But the big green egg one is the same price.
You want to have a quick show of the one we've
So
already
this is
cooked?
the one we've already cooked and we're going to have for lunch. Oh, epic. I'll take some photos of that. I'll get it out of the basket, take some photos. So let's wrap that up a bit so it doesn't get too cold. And then let's have one final look at our ratatouille, which is smelling gorgeous. Now the bonus of doing it on the egg is it just gets that slight smoky flavour. This needs another 20 minutes maybe just to get everything to melt down, come together. That's perfect. It didn't need any more tomato. I'm going to stick with that. So that
So the colour's looking amazing.
is looking good. Who doesn't like ratatouille? Just acidic. It's beautiful.
Right, so that's the first 3 recipes of 2025.
Done.
Let me
24 more cooks booked. What are you trying to
I'm
do?
just trying to see what else I had on my list.
Oh, okay.
I brought them.
Shall I turn it around and I'll video you and you can tell?
I think Happy New Year, Chubby. Next cook. Yeah, I think we're good.
We're good. We've got it. So thank you.
I'm just going to blow my nose.
Well, I'll take a photo of me then. How's that? Right, we're going to love you and leave you. So I'll point this down the garden or something. Or Helen's going to take it and that. We'll love you and leave you, and we'll see you in about. Well, not next weekend, not weekend after, but the
3
weekend
weeks.
after. I think it's like the 20-something, isn't it?
Oh, hang on, I did write that down.
Oh,
It is the 25th of January.
there you go. So we'll see you on the 25th. Anyway, Happy New Year, everyone. Hopefully you'll like these 3 recipes. We'll put them on the site this weekend.
Yeah, well, they're nearly good to go.
Yeah, they're nearly good to go. And we will see you soon. All right, take care, guys. Bye.